This program was brought to you by Waste Management of North County and Oceanside, who are dedicated to serving customers and community as a safe, comprehensive service provider, a good corporate citizen, and a responsible environmental steward. Think green, think Waste Management. The following program does not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or policies of the City of Oceanside, its elected officials, KOCT, its board of directors, or staff.
Hi, welcome to Oceanside Spectrum. I'm your host, Elaine Swan. Well, summer is in full swing, and we're thrilled to have guests here to share some of the wonderful things you can do in and around North County this summer. First, we have Fair Winds Ivy Ranch Disaster Preparedness Task Force. They are here to talk about disaster preparedness. The Oceanside International Film Festival will be on the show to speak about their upcoming event in August. The Mitchell Thorpe Foundation will be in our studio to speak about their mission and their upcoming Pillars of Hope event. The Friends of Oceanside Parks and Recreation will be here to talk about their free summer concert series. And finally, we have the San Diego Watercolor Society stopping by to tell you about their organization and how you can become involved. So take a moment and get caught up with what's happening right here in North County, because Oceanside Spectrum starts now. Hi, welcome to our show today. We are here with ladies from the RCFE Disaster Preparedness Task Force. We have with us both Regina New and Sheila Austin. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here. This is something that's absolutely necessary for our safety, most especially because we live here in California. And every year I tell people who visit, every year California either catches on fire, right? And be wary of any earthquakes or what have you. But we're starting to kind of get into fire season here in California. And so it's so important for individuals to be prepared. And you all have partnered with Fair Winds Ivy Ranch to launch this program. So tell me all about it and how it all came about.
Well, the RCFE Disaster Preparedness Task Force actually started in 2010. If you remember, in 07, we had, in 03 and in 07, there were quite some heavy fires. And that's what got the task force started. We had a lot of long-term care facilities that had to relocate because of the fires. And that's when it kind of really showed there was still a lot of work with preparedness, even in the facilities.
Yeah,
yes.
That's so true. And it's so funny because there's certain sectors of our society that we forget about, that, you know, where there has to really be a very distinct plan in place. And so I'm so glad this has come about. And so what are we doing now? What are the steps we should be taking?
The first steps that we did take is, as you know, retirement communities, we have drills, and we are always preparing our residents in a larger community. But since the Lilac Fire, I've seen, and several, Regina, we've seen that, again, the seniors that are in homes are not prepared. And so we decided to launch out, with the help of Regina New and Disaster Preparedness, have a workshop at the El Corazon Senior Center.
Oh, wonderful.
And as you know, during workshop, we need something tangible to give back so they can remember the workshop that they did receive the education at. So what we did was we were able to, after the workshop, give every one of our visitors this to-go bag.
Okay, and what is the go bag? What is that?
Well, this is a go bag. Regina's going to explain a little bit more about it in detail, but it was a great concept.
So tell me what the go bag is, and Regina.
The idea is, most of the time, especially when there's wildfires, sometimes there is the situations where you only have 30 minutes to evacuate.
That's true.
Okay, so you get the knock on the door, and now you're starting to scramble for all your necessary items. Your medication, your hearing aid batteries, you know, all these necessities that the seniors need every day. So we came up with the concept to put this bag together especially for seniors.
Oh.
Because a lot of the go bags that you can purchase, you know, are more geared towards, you know, our age, our, you know, and there is
For families with small children.
yes. So it's not specific for seniors.
Okay.
And that's what we did. We kind of came up with the concept specific for seniors, either those that are under the care or, you know, that are living in long-term care facilities, and also for seniors that are at home.
Now you brought some
So,
items along with you.
yes.
So what are some of the items we can
So
find in the
this
Go
is-
bag?
The bag is not, it's not like a 72-hour bag for us.
Okay.
This is specific for, I have to go, I have 30 minutes to leave, and now I'm going to be out in traffic. I have to go from point A to point B, now I'm out in traffic.
Right.
What if I'm out in traffic and now I have to take my medication?
Ah.
So there's a little bit of water in there,
Yes.
enough for 2 days. There's also, and I know it's very delicious, but it has 5 years shelf life.
Okay.
So this will be in the bags.
So that's
okay?
kind of the food
Yes,
ration.
just to
All right.
get you through those first, and then, until you get to the relocation and you get settled in. And again, what if you have to wait another couple hours, and here you have to take your next dose of medication?
Right.
Okay. Then it also contains a little plastic bag where you can put your all your documents in, your important documents with your emergency contact information, all the things that seniors need to have, because a lot of times when they get under stress situation, they're not going to remember the phone numbers of their kids.
Right. And so you need
So-
folks to donate. So where can people donate? That's really important, I think.
Very important.
Yes, the website is RCFE disasterhelp.com.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Well, thank you so much for sharing. This is something that's absolutely necessary to prepare in advance for our seniors. So thank you so much for partnering together and making sure this happens. Make sure you visit their website so you can get details and information on how to prepare for a disaster, because it's so important to be prepared, especially for our citizens right here in our community. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Well, we are here with our next guest from the Oceanside International Film Festival. We have artistic director Carly Starr along with co-director Lou Niles. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. I love, love, love that right here in the city of Oceanside we have such a great amount of art and with film and so forth. And so I'm always excited about the film festival. So yay, it's coming up.
It's exciting, right?
It is. Yes, it is. It is.
It's the longest running one in North County. And
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, KOCT started us off in 2009, and we've been an annual celebration of cinema ever since, right here in Oceanside.
Wow, that's really good. That's really good. All right, so what can we expect this year then?
This year, there's some exciting. We've got a really special opening night that you'll have to go to the website, www.osidefilm.org, to find out about. It's a
Okay.
big secret. We're going to
All right.
break soon.
I like secrets. Can you tell me?
Right, I can tell you later.
It's a good one.
And then we've got this really neat performance that's going to be happening. These gentlemen called Morricone Youth, in celebration of Ennio Morricone, an old Italian classic film producer. They're going to be performing their own version of the music to Night of the Living Dead.
Oh.
And then also to the original Mad Max.
Oh my goodness!
Right.
Really, the one with Mel Gibson in it.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly,
so they're gonna kind of almost rescore it then, huh?
Yes, their
Wow.
interpretation, a rescore. Night of the Living Dead is the big closing party on Saturday night, August 4th.
Yes.
And then we'll have a matinee on Sunday with Mad Max, the original.
And you forgot, Friday night, KOCT is going to screen their latest farming documentary.
That's
It's pretty
right.
exciting.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's so
Yeah.
good.
Very
So
exciting.
about that.
We have about
Yeah.
1/5 local filmmakers too.
Oh, really?
We have filmmakers from all over the world. That's what's kind of exciting
Yeah.
right here, you
Right
know, just
here.
culture. And anywhere from France to Rennes to, Canada to Oceanside,
Wow, that's so
That's what's
good.
rad about it. It's
It
an
is.
international festival. So we get all walks of life, all joined together by movie going,
Yeah, and it
yeah.
really gives you the opportunity to see just things from a different perspective as
Right.
well, you know?
Yeah. It's
I
been
think
exciting.
so.
Every year it grows more and more. And we're excited to just be settled in at the Brooks Theater. So they're hosting us this year. We're having a cool VIP lounge for all of our exciting
and red
announcements.
carpet event too,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Tell me about the red carpet
Yeah.
event. I
There'll
like
be
that.
filmmakers and obviously the musicians from Marconi Youth, filmmakers, some of the filmmakers, of course, from in town, as well as we're expecting some of them to travel here to see their film screen.
And what night is the red carpet event? Which
It is Wednesday night,
Wednesday, okay.
August 1st, and people come in from LA, downtown San Diego, all the film groups, local films, and people even fly in from all over
Yeah.
to arrive. It's pretty exciting, and this year our special secret is going to bring a lot of people from Hollywood.
Okay,
Just
all
to
right.
give you a little hint on it.
Okay, I like
We're
secrets.
confirming all the facts, so
Okay.
we're just holding it close to us for just a
Yeah, and
moment
roll
more.
it out so it's real special and get everybody really
and it's
excited.
exciting for people to go to our social media. You know, we're on Twitter and Facebook and more importantly, our website, where you can purchase tickets and see our latest developments.
And so in terms of purchasing tickets, when folks purchase tickets, are they purchasing for individual films or for the entire time or specific nights? How will that go?
Well, we have festival passes
Okay.
and we have day passes. And what's cool about the day passes, we're talking $10. That's it.
wow.
I mean, $10, yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to be a part of,
Art.
you know, a whole day of, you know, Q&As and films and collaboration and meeting new people and like-minded people.
Right.
It's very important in the artist community to be around like-minded people, and it helps you grow, it helps you network, you know, to launch yourselves, you know,
Right.
especially if you're a local filmmaker.
That's true.
It's very exciting.
That's true. Yeah. It gives them something to aspire to and just a new perspective and
Right.
start getting those creative juices flowing. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
you
good.
know.
That's a good part about the Q&As too, is that you get your opportunity to maybe ask some questions. There'll be a moderator there asking some prepared questions, but then the audience will get a chance to raise their hand and
Kinda
get their
dig a
question in
little
with someone
deep.
to
Yeah,
ask
it's
about
like-
the film.
That's
like
good.
Hollywood, right here in Oceanside. It's pretty
Hollywood
exciting.
right here in Oceanside. Well, thank you so much for coming and sharing. We certainly appreciate it. We're going to make sure that we attend the Oceanside International Film Festival. And make sure you follow them on social media so you can learn out about the secret that they're going to tell me right now, right? At any rate, make sure you visit the website so you can get details and follow them on social media as well. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. I am here now with Beth Thorpe. She is the executive director and the co-founder of the Mitchell Thorpe Foundation. And I'm so glad to have you here in our studio today, Beth. Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here. Tell me about the Mitchell Thorpe Foundation, why it was formed and how you formed it. There's definitely a touching story behind this.
Absolutely. The Mitchell Thorpe Foundation is in memory of my son, Mitchell, who passed away in 2009 of an undiagnosed illness after a 5-year, very long, hard journey of being in and out of hospitals all over the United States looking for answers. Unfortunately, he did pass in 2009, and we did take a lot of that pain and that grief and we turned it into something positive and good, and I told him he would not die in vain, and we're going to go out and help other children with life-threatening illnesses, diseases, and disorders. So we do that now throughout the whole San Diego region.
Wow.
And several families right here in Oceanside.
Which is and that's perfect. That's so good, and it I'm sure it was challenging, but then to be able to take his memory and make a purpose behind it to help other individuals. And so how are you helping other families?
Well, we have under our umbrella 4 different programs. We have our medical and home assistance. So that's basically anything that's not covered under insurance once that child and that family leaves the hospital. And a lot of times one of the family members needs to quit their job to stay by that child.
That's true.
And so the bills keep coming, and so we help come alongside families and help with a lot of those type of costs.
Wow.
We'll advocate between the hospital and the family help with co-pays and anything that would require around the house, medical and home, which would be anything that would be groceries, gas cards, utility bill, anything that would kind of help them get through that tough time. Our second program is our healing and rehabilitation. So that's, again, anything that involves therapy, counseling for the families, right down to sibling support. So we've had 100% success. Oh yeah, we've had 100% success rate in keeping families together and not end in a divorce, because it's statistically 78% do.
Really?
Yeah, that's what we found.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 more programs. What are the other ones?
Yes, the other one is our wheelchair conversion van. So not all the families and children need it, but some of them do. We just honored our 3rd van. Wow. Which is a costly.
Oh, it surely is.
So we were able to do that. We started that program actually 3 years ago, and so we've had a van a year so far, so that's pretty good.
Okay.
So now we have a mom just apply. She's a single mom, a veteran with a child. She was in the armed services and now struggling and trying to make ends meet, and she needs a van, so we're kind of trying to come alongside her.
Good.
And then our 4th program is actually kind of a fun program. It's called our Youth Leadership Council. So we take students throughout San Diego region from different schools, from Oceanside to Carlsbad to everywhere, and we train them in servant leadership development.
Okay.
And we partner with Viasat, and they're our partners. We get to use their beautiful training facility.
Yeah.
And this year we just closed off our registrations. We have about 50 children, so
that's good.
Students.
That's really, really good. Now you have the Pillars of Hope Grand Slam party.
That's going to be fun. Yeah.
Okay, tell me about that.
This is going to be held at the Omni La Costa Resort. We are partnering with the World Team Tennis Organization called the San Diego Aviators. And so our charity event will be before. So you can purchase, either just come to the party and not watch the aviator match, or you can do the whole VIP experience and come to the charity event. We'll have magicians, we got live entertainment, we've got beautiful live auction items and silent auction items.
Right, and to make all of this happen and provide such, so many good things for families, you most certainly need donations and financial support. And so how can our community support your organization?
Yes, that would be amazing. If they go to mitchellthorpe.org, I'm sure it'll be on the screen. They can go and either just donate if they can't come to the event. They can even look at some of the children we are helping under one of the down arrows. You can just scroll through, you can see some of their stories, and some of them still trying to raise some money, so we have their own little crowdfunding pages there.
Good.
So to help a lot of the different children with different needs that are kind of more ongoing. So that would be very helpful.
All right.
Either
very
way.
Good. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for keeping Mitchell's memory alive and helping other families. I think that's so important. I'm glad that you've taken this and you've spearheaded it.
Thank you.
You just take care of you too, okay?
Yes. That's important.
I know, you keep running, but take care of you too. Okay? All right. Thank you for coming on. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Well, I am here right now with some really great friends of Oceanside Parks. We have Victor Roy and Terry Lavero. Welcome to the show. So glad to have you here. And we're getting ready to kick off our concert season for the city of Oceanside, right? Well, before we talk about that, let's talk just a little bit about the Friends of Oceanside Parks, because this is such a unique organization, and really you all do so much work to make sure that we have fun here in Oceanside.
This is a very special organization. The Friends of Oceanside Parks and Recreation is an all-volunteer nonprofit, and we raise money through sponsorships and memberships and donations year-round in order to pay for the free concert series for all our residents during the summertime.
And it's absolutely free, which is so good. So it really gives it gives families something to do, which is what you were mentioning earlier, Terry. You're saying that, Terry, that the concerts are really a family-friendly event. Is that correct?
Yes, we had, I don't know how old the folks were, but there were babies came along, or children who were walking and dancing and skipping around. And there were a few well-behaved dogs there, too.
Okay.
They were mostly lying still.
Okay.
But we had our first concert on Friday, and we had the Mardells were the featured act, and people were up and dancing in the aisles, and some folks brought their own picnic suppers, but we also had food trucks and vendors from local restaurants.
Yes.
So if someone didn't have time or they got a little bit hungrier, there was still food that they could get and enjoy.
Which is so good. Okay, so what's the lineup for this year then?
Oh, it's exciting. Our next big concert will be mid-July, July 20th, and that is Greg Douglas and his band. He's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame from Steve Miller band days.
Okay.
He plays a great sound, and people get up and dance with his music too.
Good.
So we encourage everybody to come out, bring your family, bring your friends, bring all the kids.
Yeah.
Because it's fun.
Yes, it is. All right, so we have July 20th, and what else do we have?
We have mid-August.
Okay.
And we also have mid-September.
Very good. Oh, awesome. And the great thing about this is a free event that, and so that, which is why you all work so hard to make sure this happens, right?
But we're also here to promote, we have a concert every Sunday in July, starting July 1st.
Oh.
And those concerts start at 4 p.m., so in the later afternoon until 6, under the beautiful trees of Heritage Park. So come on out to that too. There are food vendors, and it's a lot of fun. And we try to bring in community groups for entertainment.
Okay.
Heritage Park has a lovely gazebo at the center, and there are some vintage buildings. They were moved from other spots of Oceanside, and they are surrounding our park area.
Yes.
And the park, it's so flat and it's really accessible. Some folks bring children who are in wheelchairs or other people who need walkers or who need wheelchairs. It's really easy for them to negotiate this park.
In and get out. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And we have an old-time ice cream parlor too.
Oh.
So people can, if it's a warm summer day, they can get a nice refreshment there.
Oh, that's good.
What's exciting about Heritage Park is just recently, within the last several months, we have reopened the Johansson House and Museum.
Oh, wow.
And it is spectacular, worth coming in to just see that. We also have the Model Railroad Society, guys, and that's usually open when we have our concerts. But I also want to let you know, Elaine, that the Friends provided a $1,000 scholarship to one of our high school students in Oceanside this year.
Wow, that's
so we are
really
fortunate
good.
to do that.
Wow.
And let's see, and our season concludes in November every year with the Fall Festival and Chili Cook-Off. So there are events that go on practically every single month.
Every single month, yeah. And we before we leave, we have to make sure that we say a big thank you to someone very, very special.
That's to Mrs. Eileen Turk, who was the director of the Parks and Rec Department in Oceanside, who recently retired. We're going to miss her, but the good news is she is volunteering with the Friends of Oceanside Parks and Rec. So we're hoping that she stays on with us for, a long time to come.
Yeah. In between her travels. In between.
Stay away from Lawrence.
And of course, the overall motto is parks make life better.
They do. Very good. Thank you so much. Parks do make life better, and the Oceanside, the parks right here in the city of Oceanside will make your life better too. So make sure you get involved. Bring your family out and enjoy the concerts in the park for this summer.
Oceanside's weather is the best, so
It's
this
the
is
best.
really
Yes,
the way
we
to
have
enjoy
the best
it.
weather. All right, we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Well, we are here now with our last guest of our show, Susan Hewitt and Bev Tuzin. They are both members of the San Diego Watercolor Society, the president, and also the creative director, development director. So glad to have you ladies here. And we were just chatting about, I was amazed to see that you all have nearly 600 members in your society.
We do.
Everybody just painting away. And
Well, they're not all there at once.
oh, no, okay, that would be a fun paint party, huh?
It would.
But that's so great, so great. Well,
Thank you.
tell me about the society, because obviously it's something really great if you got 600 people.
We do. We're down in Liberty Station, which
Okay.
is the Point Loma area.
Yes.
Liberty Station is probably one of the hottest areas in the San Diego City District area that people are coming to. We've been there for over 10 years.
Okay.
We used to be at Kentner, and then we moved over and we started renting there as a legacy cornerstone. So we've been one of the older renters in there.
Wow.
So people really look up to us as being somebody who really knows what we're doing.
Right.
We've had so many people coming in for shows, how we deal with our membership, our gallery, all sorts of events that we have.
Right.
So it's a very prideful thing that we've done and been able to stay
Yes.
in that area.
In that area,
Yes.
so
We
that's
have
good.
about 100 events a year
Really?
of different kinds. We
Wow.
have each month we have a new member exhibition of original art, and in October we have an international exhibition where we get many hundreds of paintings from all over the world.
Wow, that's really,
And for
really
each
good.
of these exhibitions, there's a juror, a well-known artist, who decides which of the many paintings that are entered actually get to hang.
Ah, that's really nice.
So in October is when we have our international show. So
Okay.
it's from October 1st to October 31st. And the bar is high when you see our member shows. We have 11 of them. But then we have that 12th one of the international exhibition. The bar is raised to the ceiling. You're just going like, oh, I got to keep painting.
I'm trying to get this exactly
Oh, I
right.
know it, because it's wonderful. You just look at the work and go, is this a watercolor?
Wow.
It really has come into its own. People think, watercolor, kind of washy, kind of lightweight. Oh, you'd be so surprised.
Wow.
So you have to come in.
So a wide variety of styles too. It isn't just watercolor, it's water media. So it can be acrylic
Okay,
or
that's true.
gouache. And we have abstract art, we have figurative work, we have landscapes, all different styles.
Wow. And so if people, are you accepting new members all the time, or how?
All the time.
Yeah. Okay.
All the time, yes.
Okay.
We have a fund drive, in a sense, during October, where we have the people applying to be members at that time. So then it goes throughout the whole fiscal year.
And so how can people become a member? They just.
We have a membership form that we either fill out online, which you can do. PayPal is just amazing.
Okay. It makes it really easy.
It does. Or we have hard copies for the people who just would rather not deal with the computer.
Right.
Come
That's
in
true.
anytime and you can fill it out for the year. Then if you'd like to do the shows, that's an extra fee, but
Right.
you can do it for the whole year as well.
Oh,
Very
good.
exciting.
Ah.
That makes you paint.
Yeah.
But we're an all-volunteer organization. So when people sign up, we hope that they will also sign up to do some kind of volunteer, help with the putting on the shows or help with our workshops. We also have workshops where we bring in artists to teach everyone from beginners to advanced painters to do better artwork so that they too can enter the shows.
So it's not just showing off, but there's a learning aspect to it too, right?
And that's the point of our whole gallery, is that half the gallery is the gallery itself. The other half is an educational room that we have. So as Beverly says, we've got the people who are beginners, and we have a 6-part program for 6 months. And then if somebody missed one of the beginning classes, such as basic color, the different types of composition or whatever, then they can start it all over again the next 6 months.
Oh, that's
But
good.
then we have also the Education Outreach Committee, and those are retired teachers. We go out, we have a grant, and this is what Beverly is involved in. And we go out to 13 different schools, as well as 3 senior citizen centers to be able to teach art. And this is through the San Diego City Schools.
And this is something that's necessary in our schools
my
today.
gosh, is it ever.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
what you're doing, most
Thank you.
especially for helping our young people and
The
going
kids
out
are
to
so
schools.
grateful of us
Yeah.
coming in there and just, oh my gosh, you're doing art.
Perfect.
Instead of math and language arts.
All right,
Yeah.
well, we'll have to make sure we visit your website so we can learn more, right?
you.
All
Appreciate
right.
that,
Very
yes.
good. Well, thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing. We certainly appreciate you. And thank you for watching. That's it for our show today. We certainly appreciate you for being a part part of KOCT. Let's just enjoy the summer, enjoy the fun, and make sure you check out the websites of all of our guests. I'm your host, Elaine Swan, right here on KOCT. We'll see you next time.
This program was brought to you by Waste Management of North County and Oceanside, who are dedicated to serving customers and community as a safe, comprehensive service provider, a good corporate citizen, and a responsible environmental steward. Think green, think Waste Management.